Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today I'm sharing with you a couple of the books that I would like to get to in January. Most of these are ones that I've started and I meant to finish them in December, but I've just run out of time and I just don't think I'm going to get to these ones by the end of the year because I still have a whole bunch of other ones that I'm trying to read. So I have 6 here. I suck at TBRs. I can never stick to them. So yeah, this is more of just like you should probably finish this in January sort of thing. Let's start with the one that I haven't started. And that is The Last Time We Say Goodbye by Cynthia Hand. This was part of a project that Angel and I were doing in which we picked each other's TBRs. We picked out 5 books for the year. And this is the only one I didn't get to, and I just wasn't in the right space for this one. This follows a teenage girl named Lex whose brother has taken his own life, so I know it's going to be a rough book. I know that it's also going to be a beautiful book, so I heard really good things about it, and I will eventually get to it, hopefully in January, but I'm not too stressed about this one. If I'm not feeling in the right spot for it, then I will just wait until I'm ready for it. We have a little kitty. You haven't been in many videos lately. Okay, moving on to the ones that I've started and should have finished but didn't. Okay, starting up, we have The Serpent King by Jeff Zettner. Yeah, so I started this one. 83 pages in. I really loved Rain and Delilah's Midnight Matinee. You probably heard me talk about it multiple times this year because I really, really loved it. And I bought his other 2 books. And this one is just weird. It follows a lot of... There's kind of like some religious discussion in there. And that's not something that I'm super comfortable with. I don't really know why, because I'm not religious and no one in my family is either, but it's just... I don't know, there's just something kind of uncomfortable about it. And that's in the book as well, that it, like, even the characters are kind of uncomfortable with it. So it's just a bit of a weird one and I'm not really sure about it. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, a few more pages and see what I think, and if it just doesn't improve, I'm just going to DNF it. Next up, we have Parachutes by Kelly Yang. This was on my TBR for the Hemisphere Christmas Games. Spoiler alert, I only read one of those books. This was not one of them. So I did start this one months ago and I'm 94 pages in and I just haven't continued. And I was really enjoying it and I just put it down for something else and then I just didn't pick it back up again. So really, really am interested in finishing this one. So then we have this one. This is Blood and Honey by Shelby Muharan. This is book 2 in the Serpent and Dove series. I loved Serpent and Dove, one of the best books I read in 2019. Okay. Yeah, started this one. 83 pages in again. I don't really like it. I'm struggling so much with it. It took me a week of reading this every day to get to those 83 pages. So I'm gonna I'm gonna push through this because I think that this is probably a case of second book syndrome. I'm hoping that the third book will be better. But yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing through it and see how I do. Okay. This is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. 51 pages into this one. I was really enjoying it. Was like completely blown away by the first chapter, which was pretty much those 50 pages. And yeah, I just kind of like I started it at the end of November, and then when December came around, I had these particular books I wanted to get through. I'm reading a lot of the Poirot series, and a couple of other books I really wanted to finish, and I just didn't have the time to dedicate to this. It has pretty long chapters, like 40 to 50 pages per chapter, so it's one that I kind of need the time to dedicate to it, and I just didn't have that in December. But I think this is going to be the first one that I start with in January, perhaps. We'll see. And then finally, again, meant to finish this one in December. It's just not going to happen. Wild Swans by Young Chang. I'm 336 pages into it, so like, as you can see, I'm, like I've still got a decent amount to go, but I've still read quite a bit as well. I just don't have the time. Didn't have the time in December to dedicate to this. Again, it's one that has quite long chapters, and I need to have the focus for it. So yeah, I will finish it in January, but yeah, it just didn't happen in December. So there we are. Those are the ones I'm really hoping to finish next month. I guess we'll see how I go, right? But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.